This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, Lani Love is speaking out following the news that The Real has been canceled. She said she is thankful for the people who have reached out to her. And she posted, with the news of The Real ending, I had to console a lot of crew and fans this weekend. I've been in this business a long time and understand it, but it still warms my heart that so many have reached out to me. We still have new episodes till June 3rd, The Real. So we'll miss seeing that show. That was on for quite some time.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, 8 seasons. So that's a success still, no matter what. All right. Now, Kim Kardashian has fears that there could be another sex tape out there. And so she has hired attorneys to prevent any type of clips or anything from ever seeing the light of day. Even though she said she's 99% sure that there is nothing, she just wants to make sure that no matter what, any videos will never, ever come out. I saw that one of her kids actually saw about the sex tape on Roblox while playing Roblox. And so I'm sure that's not easy. But she has said previously she would address that with her children and be very open and honest about what happened. All right, Nia Long has talked about the pressure of being called ageless. She said, I am a proud 51 years old. She told people that well-intentioned praise like being called ageless can sometimes implicitly feed into unrealistic beauty standards. She said, I so appreciate the compliment, but I have to tell you there's so much pressure in this industry to stay beautiful and stay young, and I'm really not interested in leaning into the idea of perfection. I'm a proud 51, and eventually I'm going to age in a way where it's obvious, and I want it to happen beautifully and gracefully. I don't really want the pressure of feeling like I have to be beautiful and perfect because I think beauty comes at any age.
Yeah, that's interesting, and she's right. I don't think it's about being young, though. I think that, when we were younger, older people used to look actually older. So when you see somebody that's 50-something years old and they still look flawless, you're like, damn. Mm-hmm. But that's how humans are supposed to age, right? I would think.
Right.
Supposed to get better with time.
I think so.
All right, now Cam Newton was on $1 Million Worth of Game, and he was talking about his childhood and his views of what a woman's role should be. Here is what was said.
I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs. And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Ooh. I don't know. That caused a lot of backlash on social media, saying you can't be a boss, but you don't know how to cook. You don't know when to be quiet. I mean, it just sounded a little crazy to talk about women like that. So,
I mean, I get what he's saying. Like, the only difference is it works both ways. Like, we got to cater to each other. Like, I personally, I can do all that except the cooking. All right? If you're a man that knows how to cook, great. But I personally don't know how to cook. My wife is an amazing cook, and she learned that from her dad, because he's a cook. So I thank God my wife knows how to hold it down. The one thing I do disagree with him with is if you have to wait to let someone let you lead, then maybe you're not a leader. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean when he says a woman has to let you lead?
I don't know, but I'm all in for roles at the crib. Like, there's certain things that my wife expects me to do, and there's certain things I expect her to do.
That's what I'm saying. It goes both ways.
It's not like, oh, she gonna do this, I'm gonna. No, it's certain things like, for instance,
and to be quiet
the
thing, I don't agree with that.
The garbage.
Yeah, don't tell me when
my wife is not taking out the garbage. I'm taking out the garbage.
Yes, and if she takes it out, I get upset. That's my job.
That's my job. Don't take out my garbage.
That's me. All right, and you feel bad when she got to tell you to do it.
You do. You do.
When she got to tell you to do it, you feel like you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Right. You had one job.
Well, kind of what he's saying here is that women need to let men lead, and that I guess when that happens, women have to be more submissive. And I don't know about that one. But he also said, I'm going to tell the men to start being men. He said that sucker-ish should not be rewarded.
And what he said about the bad B thing, too, I agree with that. Because most women who say that, they say that based off just physical appearance, superficial things. I like when people say, they bad Bs for what they are doing, for what they are accomplishing, not because of how they look. You need to have more than just that.
Correct.
Well, you can be a bad B and a boss B and not know how to cook.
Yeah, you can.
You definitely can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you could be. Yeah.
Because he said you can't say
I'm not talking about that.
No, you didn't say
No,
that.
I'm talking
No,
about what
that's
he said.
Oh.
This is what he said.
Oh, okay.
He said a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs. He said, I'm a boss bitch, I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, but you can't cook. You don't know when to be quiet. you don't know how to allow a man to lead. And I think there's certain times when a woman is going to lead in a situation and certain times when a man is going to lead. It's
I agree.
A give and take.
You got to be worthy of being a leader. Like that person has to look at you and say, you know what, this person is worthy of being a leader. I'm going to follow this person because they're a good leader, not just because I'm saying, hey, lead.
Correct.
You can let anybody lead. That don't mean that they're a leader. They might lead you off a cliff.
And like you said, boss bitch ain't got nothing to do with looks.
No, bad B. He said bad.
Oh,
bad B.
I thought he said boss B.
He
and
said
bad B.
both. He said bad and he said boss. So
And you definitely
it's
can't be a
different.
boss just because of your looks. You know, if you're a boss, then you actually are in charge of something.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You got something to show for it.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right. Well, let's get to the bad bitch in the room.
I'm glad you know. For a number of different reasons.
Why
Other
you
than
just grab your titty?
I did not. I rubbed my chest. Other than just my body. Okay. I am a bad B, boss B. All right, for a lot of different reasons.
Well, who you giving that donkey to, boss B?
Julianne Bridges. She needs to come to the front of the congregation. Let's talk diarrhea this morning.
All right, we'll
when
get
you
into that
walking up
next.
the ladder and you hearing something splatter, what is that?
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea. When you chilling with your daughter and you feel that poo-poo water.
Diarrhea.
All right, we're going to talk about it for after the hour.
Oh, man. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.